Hey guys, what's going on? This is a character spotlight for Alchemist. This is a character that I never thought that I would ever talk about in depth, but I have been playing a lot of just random PvP, and like the season just reset, and I just got a mermaid. And so I've been playing just a lot of random decks, and I started playing a lot of Alchemist for whatever reason. I don't think that it's by any means a good card. Like, it's not something that you're going to take into, like, serious PvP or anything. But I have had an Alchemist at max. Like, I've had, most of my units, my common epics and rares at max for a while. And so I thought that, if you were going to invest into something really early on in your game and you wanted something fun to play with, because you're going to max out all of your cards anyway. If this unit looks interesting to you, then this is a guide for that. So this is the setup that I normally play when I'm trying to do a Alchemist DPS. The secondary version of this is people actually do kind of use this like a demonologist, and they use the golem talent really late. They'll use it really late game, and the way that the golem talent works is whenever you merge alchemists together, it'll create a golem trap on your side of the field for 3.5 seconds, dealing 500% damage. And then when it's done, it then goes to your the other person. And it basically acts like if you just summoned if you just used a demonologist. And that starts to scale as the game progresses. And it's not based on merge rank or anything. But when you merge it, or his merge rank is increased, so you can do this very quickly because you can upgrade something, or you can upgrade an alchemist and then merge the alchemist, and you get 2 golems. And you can do that with your entire field, and then just really late game. People do this in mirror match a lot, or royal trials, because you can get level 13 epics or rares. You can get level 13 because alchemist is a rare, and you can actually run level 13 rares, as in royal trials when you have to build a deck. And I found that a lot of people started to run Alchemist because whereas with legendaries you can only run a level 9, you can run a level 13 Alchemist, and you can have the golem talent. And then really late in the game, what you basically do is you upgrade all of your alchemists, and then you throw them at your opponent. When they're going to be, like, if they're playing like a Blade Dancer Floral Frenzy, you could throw it in front of a Bedlam. If they're playing, other decks like problematic bosses really late in the game, and you can just overwhelm their side of the field, so that they can't hit the boss, and they have to destroy all of your golems before they hit the boss, and the boss will hit them multiple times. In the case of a Bedlam, it'll Bedlam flip them. You can do really gross things. You basically run Battle Elixir, Successful Experiment, and then the Golem. And then that's how that side works. Battle Elixir, whenever you when you spawn them in, or they increase their merge rank, the alchemist brews an elixir for 30 seconds. At the end of the brew, they throw the elixir at the opponent, and then they stun a thing for 6 seconds. And it's pretty good. I've tried it. It's not the worst thing. And if you're running the golem side, alchemist usually isn't your main DPS. And I think that it's reasonably fine, because then what this does is every time you brew an elixir, you get a damage boost of 0.3%, and then after 50, you get a single buff of 35%. But that number has the ability to keep scaling, or they get a single buff of 35%. And I believe it keeps scaling, because the other one, or maybe it doesn't, because the number keeps ticking up. Now I'm not even sure if it keeps scaling 0.25% after that. That if at if at point or at 50, I don't even know now, because I know that the number keeps growing, but it says single buff. There was a part of me that has to believe that it keeps scaling, because if it didn't, I think that the number would stop. For instance, like on Dryad, when you use the Rage Fairy, the number stops at 20 merges, and it'll say max merges. I think this keeps scaling, even though it says that you get a flat bonus of 35. Maybe prior to that moment, it's less than 35, and then you get 35, and then beyond that, it scales 0.3 beyond that. You might have to fact check me on that one, but I do know that the number keeps scaling beyond that number. And I've tried Battle Elixir, and I've tried doing that as my DPS, and I don't like it, and I'll explain why when I go into a gameplay. Successful Experiment is also something that I don't use. I'd rather use the thermonuclear reaction. The way that but I think if you're running Battle Elixir and you're running the potions that throw, I'll explain all of the gameplay when I get into in-game. When you throw the flask after they brew the thing, I think that getting a 30% chance of doing 2 throws to stun 2 things every single time is obviously much better than the thermonuclear reaction. Because if you're running the stun side, you're going to want as many stuns as you can. This obviously all go into the golem and then goleming them. Because when you summon stuff in, or when it brews, you can stun your opponent. And then when you get the golem, hopefully they will still be stunned. And then they will get flipped. And then Magiserum is the max. So it kind of works like Rogue, but it does have a better percentage chance of happening. You'll notice that the regular Alchemist looked like the one in the main picture, without the red stone on its forehead. The Magisterium, when it summons in, will have the red stone on its head. It increases the crit chance by 5%, and after merging or increasing the merge rank. So essentially what you want to do is, because you never want to merge it out, basically what you want to do is upgrade it, and whenever you upgrade it, 3 other alchemists start brewing potions. The second thing to note is that when the Magisterium finishes brewing a potion, unlike the regular alchemists, the Magisterium automatically starts brewing again. Whereas the regular alchemist, you have to do something. You have to upgrade it, you have to merge it, you have to do something in order to get the regular alchemist to brew another potion in order to increase your attack or increase your attack speed. So that's how that side works. The side that I like to use for my for DPS is when you're just running straight DPS, or when you're running Alchemist as a DPS unit. I like running the left side. I find that the problem with Alchemist is that what the Alchemist has to do is throw stuff onto the field. Basically, how you can look at Alchemist, it's basically a bad Corsair. Or a better Corsair. It's a Corsair with talents. So maybe it's a better Corsair. It's not a better Corsair. If you get Corsair, you just use Corsair over this. Actually, it's basically like a baby Corsair. That's essentially what it is. So the problem with Alchemist is that you need a better attack speed, because the way that it works is it throws puddles on the floor, which is what it used to originally do anyway. But with the damage side, you're essentially running Homunculus. And if it fails to do anything, so like all of your, like you're killing most of the things that are at the gate, at the opening gate, at which point the ones that are near your gate, the one that you get damage from, there will be puddles over there that are basically just doing nothing, being useless. So what Homunculus does is it takes all of those puddles that are existing over there, and it makes them a creature. There's a 25% chance that it will generate an explosive slug that detonates upon impact with its target to do 300% of the trap's damage to the area. So essentially what happens is those puddles become creatures that then travel to your opening gate, and when it hits something, it does 300% damage. Now, the way that the damage works on Alchemist is very different than it works on any other unit. So for the most part, with most units, when you upgrade the level, that's when you get upgraded damage, right? So at level 1, at level 2, you'll see the 184 plus 75, at level 3, at level 4, at level 5, right? The way that Alchemist works, though, when you increase its actual level, its merge rank, it increases as well. So not only are you getting attack boost, or your attack speed is getting better, but your damage is also growing as well. So it's actually beneficial to upgrade them, which is what you will be doing anyway when you get everything. Because you're going to want to upgrade them so that they start doing stuff. Obviously, you want to upgrade Magisteriums because then it'll give 3 random guys extra things, and then your Magisterium is also gaining the crit chance of 5%. Because it is a Magisterium. And this will all make sense when I go into gameplay. The thermonuclear reaction is when they merge or boost their merge rank, they instantly brew and throw an elixir. So a lot of the time, you'll have 2 on the field that are just doing nothing. And maybe you don't have a Magisterium yet, and maybe you just want to merge them out. When you merge them out, you will automatically gain a stack. With the Invigorating Elixir, every time you get a stack, you're gaining a 0.25% boost, and then after 50%, you get a flat rate of 25%. And like I said, I believe that keeps stacking as you keep getting more stacks, because I believe I've gotten like in the 80s of stacks. If you use Invigorating Elixir, when it finishes brewing a potion, you're giving your own 2 units 20% additional attack speed for 20 seconds. Each amount of attack speed that you're getting, you're throwing more puddles on the floor, and you're getting more and more homunculuses, or homunculi, I believe, is the plural of that. So I'm going to go into a game. I'm going to actually play a game, and then I'm going to show you a game. I believe that Mermaid makes this deck much better, because there's no way for you to get rid of negative effects. I obviously have a really high crit. I'm at 3955. I'm using Cold Mage just to slow down the field. It was just, I don't know, it was just something random that I just decided to put in. I'm using Fairy of Rage on my Dryad, and then Harlequin. Enchant Sword is the standard right, left. And then Cold Mage is just right. I'm not specifically using Cold Mage for any reason. You can use Trapper instead. You could probably use Banner. I think maybe a banner would really work with this. I'm also using Growth Tile. I just got a legendary Growth Tile, so I just thought I'd use that. So here we have a regular Alchemist. As soon as he comes in to the field, you can note that he doesn't have the red dot on his forehead. Right now, he is currently brewing an elixir. Once he brews that, 2 of my units will get increased attack speed, and then it'll stop brewing. You'll get a stack. Obviously, right here, you saw that I summoned in a Magisterium. The red dot on its forehead is what that is, and that's how you know that it's Magisterium. Those are the ones that you're going to want to upgrade. But you're going to want to wait for at least 3 of your regular alchemists to not have a stack on their forehead. Or, yeah, not have a thing on their forehead. So we have 1, 2, 3, and then we just summoned in another Magisterium. They, as you can see, constantly brew elixirs. So I'm going to max upgrade my alchemist right now. I'm just waiting for this one to go off of cooldown. So now that that one's off, as soon as I upgrade a Magisterium, all 3 of these get new stacks. Or they get new potions to brew. And then as soon as those stop brewing, you'll get more. You can upgrade it again, throw all of these back on, and that's how that works. I'm actually going to merge out these cold mages so that I can get another, so I can start boosting this. I'm going to copy a Dryad. Really glad that we didn't get moved right there. All of these are off cooldown, so I'm going to upgrade the Magisterium again. The increase in attack speed is allowing it to throw quicker. I'm just going to wait for this again. I'm actually going to merge this off as soon as I can. I'm going to upgrade this Cold Mage, just so I can get rid of some of these Dryads here. And the Cold Mage is going to help us slow down the field, as well as do extra damage. You want to slow down the field as much as you can, so that all of these green piles can become homunculuses. I'm gonna upgrade this one because that is another Magisterium. I have the 3 that I need to upgrade this guy again. I already have 25 stacks and we're at boss number 2. The amount of energy or stacks that you can get, it's pretty crazy. Like, you can go pretty high pretty fast. I'm actually going to merge this down. You know what? I'm going to merge this away. Because that'll allow me to summon in a level 1 right there. And obviously that's easier to play around with. I'm going to merge this in again. I'm going to upgrade my Magisterium here. I'm actually going to upgrade this tile, and then you'll see that it instantly brews an elixir as well. I'm going to upgrade this one. That one is going to instantly brew, as well as give me another stack. I'm going to merge that away. I'm going to merge this down. I'm going to make this a 5. It's a deck that kind of just snowballs. It just kind of gets better and better as the game progresses. Once you're able to just start creating a bunch of Magisteriums, the amount of damage that it has the ability to do is pretty crazy as well. It's just much more than you'd think. I'm going to upgrade this so that I can get rid of this guy. This blue stack is obviously very good. I'm going to merge this out. I'm actually going to get rid of these 2 swords so that I can get another stack. Get another stack here. All of this is boosting the 1 guy. I'm gonna start merging out these ones now. I'm gonna merge this down. I'm actually gonna merge, you know what, I'm gonna do that. And that. I'm gonna make this a 4. It's gonna make my Cold Mage better. I'm actually going to merge this down. I'm gonna upgrade this and merge this away so that I can clear these 2 spots. I'm incredibly shocked that I haven't gotten another Magisterium here. I'm gonna merge this down. Make this a 4. I'm gonna copy this guy. Copy this. I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna re-upgrade this. Merge this in. I'm gonna merge one of these guys out. This gives me a 3. Merge this in. Merge this in. Obviously, Bedlam is incredibly bad for us, but Mermaid saves us. I don't think we survive a double Bedlam. Yeah. And that basically kills us. I don't think that it can do... It's not... Like I said, even at my crit percentage, I don't think it's the best thing. And I think the other game that I'm going to show you right now, it's the one that I played just before deciding to make this video. Did I actually win it? I did actually win it. I actually do a lot more damage in this video. I think that the damage output that it can do, or that it can potentially do, it's decent. I think it's decent for like really early on in the game. But that would make you have to like max out an Alchemist. And that's also like just, again, my crit percentage. It's a level 5 mermaid. It's an enchant sword. There are probably things that you can do to make this better. I think adding maybe like a knight statue and building like a blade dancer type setup might benefit. You could benefit from that. Like I said, it's kind of like a Corsair. It's Corsair light. It's like a Corsair with talents. It essentially, it relies on you being able to deal or to get a lot of bombs on the field or puddles on the field, but at the same time it's really difficult to deal with bosses because you're waiting for all of your things to hit it, your homunculuses, and sometimes it just doesn't line up where they all spawn in and then they all hit. Sometimes it happens where they all hit, or they all run to the stage, or they all run to the front, and then the boss round changes, or it changes into the boss round, and then you're waiting for them to spawn in, and then you get hit by the boss. So I mean, like, maybe you could run Executioner. You could try to run it like how you would run a Corsair deck. I think Knight Statue you could benefit from, or a banner. Maybe like a banner would be really good, or maybe like a Scrabber, because then all of your things could get stacks, as opposed to just trying to dryad your Magisteriums. I don't know. I'm gonna let this gameplay just play itself out, and I don't know. Leave me your thoughts in the comments. I'll catch you guys next video.